Hey, what's going on YouTube? Bardock here. It's been a little bit since I uploaded, but Season 2 of Dragon Ball The Breakers has finally arrived. It's been about a week since it released, and I thought it would be a good idea to do a follow-up video to something I uploaded, back in the first month of the game releasing, when I talked about what I thought the best skills to level up would be for the 3 previous raiders. But now, going into Season 2, we have the new raider. We have the Saiyans, we have Cybermen, Nappa, Vegeta, Grade 8 Vegeta, and I think there's some skills on them that you definitely want to prioritize with your skill points, because you only get so many, you only get 99 skill points, so what you level up can definitely be important, because you don't want to waste any points, right? So I guess we'll just jump right into it. And by the way, I love this raider. I think they're really, really good. They designed them like perfectly. Pretty much everything that we wanted. But I think, without a doubt, though, when you're first leveling up this raider, right, so you have the different forms. I think the best thing, no matter what, is Power of a Super Elite. And the reason why you want to upgrade this is because it takes a while to get to Grade 8. Like, you kind of have to throw the match almost to get there. Like, you have to play very, very nice, because with Vegeta, you could kind of just end the game early, because by the time you get to Vegeta, you probably already downed a couple people with Nappa, and I mean, unless you just take your sweet time and let people gather the D-Change and then you just keep comboing them, then you're probably not going to get Great Ape. Because the only way that he builds up his meter to activate his Power Ball to create the Artificial Moon is if he combos survivors. If he combos them, and then also if he hits them with his super attacks as well. Because you actually don't get meter if you kill civilians or kill survivors with Vegeta. It's only if you do combos and supers. So this skill right here, Power of a Super Elite, is helping with that. It's giving you plus 10% cooldown time recovery. And what it's doing is it's reducing the cooldown time for the Power Ball active skill when you damage a survivor. So definitely very solid, because every time you hit a survivor, it lowers it by a couple of seconds, like anywhere between like 2 to 5 seconds per hit. And I'm assuming, from what I've been able to tell, I'm assuming it applies the 10% cooldown time recovery from this skill per hit. So it's continuously stacking. So this one's definitely solid. I would say probably do this one first, but at the same time, you could also do this one first as well. This one's giving evolution energy increase plus 10% for Nappa whenever he damages a survivor. You could do this one also. I mean, if you're somebody that, struggles with Nappa, like finding people and just getting out of Nappa, because you do want to get out of Nappa, right? It is very important, because if you die as Nappa, Vegeta can't use him as an assist skill, and then it also takes Vegeta 200 more seconds to get to Great Ape if Nappa dies. So you could also do this one first. This obviously is not bad either. I kind of just thought about it from the perspective of, well, Nappa is pretty strong, so I'm able to get out of him relatively quickly. So I ended up going with this first on Vegeta, but it definitely isn't a bad idea to do this. It's for sure not. I definitely would recommend this. And then next up, I ended up doing this one. This one gives him evolution energy increase plus 40%. This one's a little bit weird though, right? So if you look at the description here, it says Nappa gains a boost to evolution energy and can use the active skill Call Cybermen when evolution energy is maxed out and he's brought into battle. Now, this is a little bit confusing, right? But as far as we've been able to tell, just overall players from the game, and then just people in my stream and whatnot, and just the community in general, it seems like this only is giving you a 40% bonus if you actually hit people with the assist Cybermen right here. And again, the only way to get this is if you either kill 4 civilians with Cybermen, or if you, hug a survivor, if you Yamcha basically a survivor, right? So you need to have the Cybermen stay around, stick around. I would say stay alive, but they explode. Yeah, you need the Cybermen to stick around so Nappa can use it as an assist. But if that doesn't happen, if the survivor team either kills you as Cybermen, or if the 3-minute timer goes up and then Vegeta just auto kills the Cybermen, then this passive skill is useless. So I still think this is good to level up though, because it is fairly easy to get out of Cybermen. You could always just play the safe route and go for 4 civilians. It's not too bad. And then if you're actually able to hit somebody with the assist, you build up a lot of meter. It is pretty solid. When it comes to Nappa's third passive skill, you can't even upgrade this. And also with Vegeta, you can't even upgrade the first 2 of his passives. I would say probably don't upgrade this. You could if you want to put your last like 20 or 19 points into it. This one just makes it so he recovers HP whenever you make the wish to become Great Ape. So if you're using the Powerball skill to go Great Ape naturally, this does not work. This passive skill. This is only if you take the Dragon Balls from the Survivor team, or just find them, and then you use the wish yourself to call in the full moon from Shenron. And then I'll post up a clip. I got a clip of it because I was watching another streamer. Shout out to Italian Bronx guy, by the way, on Twitch. This clip is from him. But by default, it looks like it recovers about like a little bit over a bar of HP. It's like a bar and like 20% of HP by default. But then if you were to max this out, this would do another plus 20%. But I don't think that's really worth it though, because I feel like finding the Dragon Balls, you don't always do that. I don't want to say it's situational, but it is more so just rare, you know? So I don't think this is worth leveling up, I would say. And then going back to Cybermen here, you could also maybe upgrade Regrowth, but I don't think this one's even worth upgrading either, honestly. Or just like anything on the Cybermen. I've seen some people upgrade Wall Kick. Like some people in my stream have said they've upgraded Wall Kick just for like, you know, the memes. I mean, it could not be bad. I mean, it is more mobility for Cybermen to get around the map quicker in the beginning, so it's not a bad idea. It's just, I don't know. And then, I mean, Shared Intel, you could upgrade this. This is just basically, there's like 5 different areas that like Cybermen will be planted in the beginning, and then you could teleport to like that sapling if a survivor gets near it, and then this is just making that radius bigger. And then you also cannot upgrade these. But yeah, no, I would probably advise against upgrading any of Cybermen's skills. It doesn't really seem worth it to me personally, but again, you can kind of just do whatever. I think the main priority here is to upgrade Power of a Super Elite and these 2 Nappa passives. I think those are like top notch for sure. Powerball, there's not really a reason to level this up because this is only doing minus 0.20% at max, which is like nothing when you take that away from 740 seconds if Nappa dies and 540 seconds if Nappa survives. You could upgrade this, probably not though. I mean, I think it only reduces it by like 2 seconds when you max it out. Probably not worth. But the next one I wanted to talk about though, that I'm personally upgrading, is Scouter. When the game first came out, Scouter was actually pretty horrible. Excuse me. It was actually a really like bad skill. I'm just gonna say it outright. Like it was very bad. Even the item on Survivor was bad. It still kind of is, but the only raider that had Scouter originally was just First Form Frieza, and then after you got out of First Form, like you lost this ability. But now obviously the Saiyans have it for Nappa and Vegeta. But what they did was they actually buffed it. They made it go a lot farther. I don't know the exact numbers. I think they buffed it to like 80 meters now, or like 100 meters or 120 meters, something like that. Before it was like only like 50. It was very, very like short range. But they increased the range by default, and you also can increase the range by leveling it up further. So this one's definitely good, I think, for sure. Scouter is actually a really good tracking tool now to be able to find civilians and survivors alike. It does have a decently lengthy cooldown, but I think it's fair because of how strong it is now, I would say. Plus, you could lower it here, too, as well, if you max it out. It only lowers it by 2 seconds, but still, I think it's good. Plant Cybermen, you could also do this. This is going to increase the search radius for Nappa's landmines that he can place, like his landmine Cybermen. It's decent. I kind of prefer to have, like, a smaller radius, though, because most of the time you're going to be putting the Cybermen on probably people's bodies, like after you down them. I see a lot of people do that, or you'll place them like in between 2 cliffs, like in a pathway, kind of like how it shows on the top right here. And I feel like having a smaller search radius might catch the jump on people more. I mean, it does show the screen usually will go black when you're near like a Cyberman planted, but still though, I mean, you could definitely do this. This isn't a bad idea. I think what I'm personally going to do though is after I max out Scouter, I'm going to put my last 19 points into Explosive Wave. One important thing to note, though, is that Nappa and Vegeta have 2 different evasives, right? Nappa has Ki Explosion, and then Vegeta has Explosive Wave. And the reason why I would upgrade Vegeta's is, even though it only lowers it by 2 seconds at max out, Vegeta, when you die with him, you lose the game, right? Whereas with Nappa, if you die, you're still okay. Like, you still can go into Vegeta. But Vegeta, you know, he benefits from having his evasive back more, just because you're gonna be doing like a lot of fighting with him. And not just that, but also Nappa doesn't really need it. I feel like with Nappa, his skills are like so good that like you don't even really need his evasive that much. And if you get jumped and you die, like at least you're still safe with Vegeta. Another thing to note is that the Saiyans actually do take more damage than other Raiders. Nappa takes 2.75 times the normal damage, and then Vegeta takes 1.25 times normal damage that any of the other Raiders take. And then, I mean, Cyberman takes 7 times damage, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, Vegeta is taking a little bit more damage than normal, so being able to use your evasive more is definitely a saving grace, because you're probably going to be in Vegeta by the time, you know, everyone's jumping you. You're probably going to be out of Nappa anyway. Vegeta is usually what form you're going to be in when people are like wishing to Shenron for level 4 and everything. So I think leveling this up to max is not a bad idea, even if it only reduces it by 2 seconds. And then with Great Ape, there's nothing to power up. There's only one skill, and you can't even power it up, so that's good. You could upgrade Call Nappa, also not a bad idea, but like I said earlier, like it's only 2 seconds off. I mean, it is a good assist. It's probably the best assist in the game because he does like a Giant Storm. It has a big AoE, and it does really good damage, but still though, nah. But just to go over it again though, power of a Super Elite first for sure, or Nappa's second passive. You could do either of those first. I did power of a Super Elite, and then I did this Nappa one. And then after that, I would recommend this first passive for Nappa. And then I'm doing Scouter now, and then I'm going to probably finish off with Explosive Wave. That's what I'm doing, but I feel like there's not really too many bad decisions that you can make on the Saiyans. I feel like all of their skills are pretty good when you level them up. Aside from Powerball, just do not do this. Do not upgrade this at all. But I think with anything else, though, you can kind of, like, you can't go wrong. Definitely not. But yeah, though, guys, I think that pretty much covers it. It's good to be back. Season 2 is freaking awesome. I'm going to be uploading a Raider tier list, an updated version, because I did upload one for Season 1, but there have been a lot of changes to the original 3 Raiders, plus we have the Saiyans now, so expect that either tomorrow or in like the next couple of days. Aside from that, I do stream every single night around 9 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/BardockLive. And if you guys ever want to, play some games on PC or just talk about breakers in general, you know where to find me. You know where to find the community. So I'll see you there. Thank you for watching, and take care.